Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I've got a short acrylic design set to show you guys, and as you can see I'm working on the Glamerliz practice hand. So I've just slid in some tips to act as the nail bed and the free edge, and then I'm coming in with Fantasy from CJP, and I've placed that down at the cuticle area. And as you can see, because it's a short nail, I've not really had to do much to it to get it into a smile line shape. So I'm just using the tip of my brush at that cuticle area just to get it nice and flush and neat, and then I'm using the belly of my brush to pat the bead of acrylic out and the sides of my brush to create the smile line shape. And just by doing as much work as I can with my brush, I'll have less filing to do to neaten it up. I do still come in with my file to get it nice and crisp though. And then although these nails are quite short, they don't need too much of an apex. I did just come in with a small bead of acrylic here just to build it up ever so slightly. And then I'll leave that nail to set before filing it crisp. And now I'm going to come in on the middle finger, and I'm using this beautiful glitter mix. It's called Gingerbread, as you could see, and it's from the Glitter Nail Angel. I have used this in a video before, so I'll see if I can leave that linked somewhere below, as it's such a nice mix. So versatile and absolutely perfect for autumn. I think it'll be lovely as well at Christmas because of the gold and green tones in it. So I'm picking that up with a small bead of clear acrylic, and this now is just going to be a full nail of that beautiful glitter. I do love a glitter nail. I'm pretty sure every nail tech though does, don't they? Like, are there any nail techs that don't like glitter? Could you even be a nail tech if you didn't like glitter? As you can see, I'm just tapping and nudging that glitter around until I'm happy with the coverage on the nail. You could also use a acrylic colour underneath this glitter if you wanted to, but it is a multi-cut mix, so you don't necessarily have to. And as you can see, I didn't here, and I've still achieved full coverage without adding too many layers. And then on the little finger, I'm using this premix glitter acrylic from CJP. I believe this is called Cherry Fizz, but I will double check and pop it in the description box below. And I'm just doing a full nail of this, as I am going to come over the top with some netting and do some imprinting later on in the video. Now, I'm not quite sure what was happening with the glitter here. It just didn't seem to be sticking to the nail very well. I think it was where I haven't buffed the tips, so the surface was quite shiny and the glitter was just slipping around a little bit. So I just took my time to nudge it around and work with it. And then once I'm happy with that, I'll leave that to set. Then onto the pointer finger, this beautiful colour is CJP Elderberry. So I've placed that down at roughly the apex / cuticle area, and I'm just pushing and tapping it up towards the cuticle and then pulling it down the nail plate. I don't need to fully cover the tip of the nail, as I am going to be coming in with glitter there, but I do just come in with another bead of acrylic here just to build up that colour ever so slightly. And then I'm going to come in with that gingerbread mix. I'm picking it up with a bead of acrylic as always, placing it down at the free edge of the nail and then blending it back. Now I did make a little bit of a mistake and blend it back too far, so you do see me sort of come in with my wet brush and clean off some of the glitter. I think it's harder switching to the habit of doing shorter nails. I've been doing quite a few longer sets recently, but it's good to practice short nails, as I think on some things, like on some techniques, shorter nails are a lot harder than longer ones. So once I'm happy with how that glitter is placed, I will leave that to set and come back and cap later on. I love how this glitter looked against the purple. I felt like it really made the green in the glitter pop. Such a beautiful mix, probably one of my favourites at the moment. So then on the little finger, I'm coming in and I'm capping with crystal glass. Now when you're doing any imprinting, you need to try and cap the nail in one bead so that all the acrylic is setting at the same time. This is obviously quite easy on a nail of this length. So I'm just capping the entire nail. And then I've got this netting, which is also from the Glitter Nail Angel. Now you can use this for imprinting, or you can actually encapsulate the netting, but I wanted to go for an imprinting design. So I've dipped the netting in some clear acrylic just so it doesn't stick too much. And then I've pushed it down into that acrylic and pulled it out. Now I left that to set because you need to make sure that layer of clear acrylic is fully set before you come in with your coloured acrylic, otherwise it can wash together a bit too much. Then off camera I've filed my smile line crisp, evened up the shape a little bit, and then now I'm coming in with that elderberry and covering the entire free edge with that. You need to make sure to get right down into those wings and make sure that there's no gaps between your nail bed and the free edge colour, just because otherwise when you file it in, it can sometimes, you'll really notice the gap actually. So just make sure, I like to overlap it, to be quite honest, and cover the nail bed a little bit, and then I haven't got nothing to worry about, and I know that I'm going to file it in and it's going to reveal that nice crisp smile line anyway. I did faff about quite a lot with this nail. Like I've said in previous videos, smile lines are not the thing I find easiest. Now back to the imprint. I come in with the elderberry, and after I applied it I realised it's such a similar colour to the glitter underneath that it didn't stand out very much. Like it needed to be either a darker or lighter colour to the glitter underneath to really pop. But I still quite liked the effect. It looked quite subtle. So yeah, it still worked, but I think if I did that exact glitter underneath again, I would have used a lighter colour for the for going over the imprint. I don't think I'm making any sense. But basically all I've done is used a wet bead of elderberry and rubbed it all into the imprinted design, and making sure that it gets right down into those grooves, so when you file it you'll see the end result basically. And then I'm coming in and encapsulating the glitter nail and the glitter fade nail, and I've just left that in today because I thought you guys might enjoy watching. As you can see there, slightly, I'm not adding too much of an apex or too much bulk to these nails as they are quite short. I'm placing that bead down and just pulling it down over the free edge, and then if you do need to come in with any more acrylic, I usually come in and place it at the free edge and sort of blend out the back and then pull it down a little more. Just make sure that all your glitter is entirely encapsulated so you don't file into any of it. And then once I'd finished that, I then went off camera and filed all of the nails into shape. I've just left a little clip here of what they looked like once they were all filed and buffed and I'd cleaned away all of the dust. And I'm now going to come in with my CJP tack-free top gloss and top coat all of the nails. So do keep an eye out. I do try and show the little finger closely. I think I show it after I've top coated. You can slightly see the imprinted design. It isn't as bold as I would have liked. But anyway, learn from these things. So once I've top coated all the nails, I pop these in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And then guys, that is the end of the set. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, then please let me know your thoughts in the comments below or give the video a thumbs up. And if you're watching and you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you hit subscribe. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I shall see you all again in the next one. Bye bye.